Welcome back to another Nature's Always Right episode. I am Steven, here to help you learn how to grow food naturally, whether it's for profit or for your family. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a fun little tool called the Sensei Hori Hori knife. It's a blade that has a straight edge and a serrated edge on it. It's made from stainless steel. Has this nice little planting guide, depth guide for you, and a really strong handle. And I've had this knife for about over a year. Actually, Sensei contacted me to give it to me just so I could try it out. So thank you, Sensei. But I've treated this thing like complete crap. I've left it outside. I've not cleaned it, nothing, and I barely see any rust or any problems. There's a couple little very surface rust spots, but that's my fault for leaving it out and not taking good care of it. So that tells me that it's good quality. And I actually just checked on Amazon and it's got 4.5 stars, so it's one of the best rated on Amazon as well. So if you're looking for a Hori Hori, I would definitely recommend this brand. They're fantastic. I'll put a link in the description. Comes with a scabbard as well, so you can hook it onto your belt. And if I have my, if I've got my pruners and then some sort of knife, I'll have like a little flip knife or this knife, I can do almost everything I need to do in the garden with these two things. All right, so let's go take a look at some of the different ways I've been using this in the garden and some of the ways I think this will be a beneficial tool for all gardeners. So this is a great little transplanting tool, especially if you're dealing with maybe some of your beds that aren't as developed. Maybe there's more clay, it's more hard. Sometimes the ground is just harder, so it makes it hard to transplant, and you really have to really dig to pull back the dirt. It's a lot more effort, so this would be a much better way to get through the dirt like that. So this is how I would do it. I just pull these out of the ground. I don't have any transplants ready to go. But basically, I just put my knife down in the ground there, push it forward, cover it up, or you could just dig the hole with it. Make the hole, put it down in the hole, cover. And if you're concerned about how deep, or maybe you want to plant some garlic or something, and you really want to make sure you're getting down 1 or 2 inches, then this will help you develop an eye for how deep things need to be planted, so you can kind of do it without looking at this. So my favorite weed that this helps me get out is Bermuda grass. And if you don't know about Bermuda, it's a rhizomous grass, so if you leave behind any of the roots, a new plant will start again. So it helps me. I got under, so what I'm trying to do is not break any of the strands left behind. So I'm going to follow the strand and keep digging it. So I got the whole thing intact, and you might be able to see it goes under the ground and then pops back up and shoots up more Bermuda grass, and that's how it works. If I would have just tried to rip both of these out individually, I probably would have left behind some big chunk like this. Check it out, it's going to send out 3 more new growth points like this. So using a tool like this makes it a lot easier to get out the full Bermuda. So here's a great example of a weed or some grass that I can't pull it out by hand. Well, I can. It's pretty hard. I might lose some of it. But this is what's great about this thing, is it just really gets under the ground, and now I was able to pull it out very simply without any effort. And I can come here and say I want to harvest some arugula. I can harvest arugula with it. You can use the serrated side. This isn't the best knife for harvesting, but if you got it really sharp, it might work well. You can come in here and cut roots. It's just made out of really good stainless steel, so like you don't have to worry about damaging it. You can think of it as a shovel and a knife at the same time. That's a pretty interesting tool. So another awesome use, I was trying to use my machete here to chop this out. I tried using my clippers to pull this together, but what I found was actually the best was to use the Hori Hori, because I can just bundle it together and then use the serrated side to chop it out. So another great thing I like to use this for is just chopping food up for my chickens. This isn't the best example because you don't need to chop up leafy greens for your chickens, but something like a summer squash, maybe an overgrown summer squash. I just chop it up here and then take the pieces and throw it into my chickens. You could of course use this on something you want to get rid of, some old vine, you know, a small diameter twig. You just slash it out of there really quick. Anything you could use a nice, heavy, sharp knife with, this thing will work really well on. So yeah, my overall thoughts on this thing, it's a really great tool because it's a bunch of tools in one. You get a straight edge knife, a straight edge knife, and a digging tool all in one.